the wind chill. So there you go, minus 21. What's going on, guys? So I have to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna take the 1970 Volkswagen Beetle. Now there's a catch. Usually it's really nice out, sunny, warm, except it's not tonight. It's coming down pretty good with snow, and it is pure ice as far as road conditions go. But I wanted to prove how good the Volkswagen Beetle does in the snow. So that's where we're gonna go next. That's the plan, at least. Little facts about the Beetle, I guess, is no, I don't have snow tires on it. They're all seasons, no chains. There's nothing modified on it. It's a completely bone stock car, and I'm very seasoned as far as driving this type of vehicle in these current weather conditions. So if you're wondering, oh, does this guy know what he's doing? I've driven in significantly worse conditions, so this is nothing new to me, if you're wondering. So there's a beautiful Beetle. Yes, that's a Christmas tree on the roof. How festive. Obviously I'm dressed pretty warm for the main reason of how cold it is. To give you perspective of how cold it is, I'm going to show you. Oh, well, there you go. But yeah, -9. Literally, that's not Celsius, that's Fahrenheit. It's -9, but it's actually colder with the wind chill. So there you go, -21 with the wind chill. So it's cold, to say the least. But we're gonna take the Beetle out. I have this rag because the heating system in a Volkswagen Beetle, I would say, is probably not the greatest, especially when it's -21. And that's why I'm looking like an Eskimo right now, is because of how cold it is outside, and knowing that the heater's probably not going to work that great. But they're still really good snow vehicles. So let's go take this guy to the grocery store, because I need some much needed supplies before the storm gets worse. All right, so I pre-warmed this up because warming these up is crucial. Oil gets really thick. These are air cooled. You just want to warm these up. So it's been already warmed up, if you're wondering, but I'll show you how easily she starts. Wow, that is frozen solid. What the heck? Frozen. What the heck? cold out. Oh my God. I'm like wearing 4 layers and I'm trying to get this ice off the window so you can actually see while we're driving. Oh my gosh. Biggest that we have to tackle on this trip to the grocery store. You will see that one on our way home. Come on, GMC, I gotta go. Places to be, people to see. It looks like you are floored right now trying to get up this hill. Snow tires on right now. I just have all seasons. The grip is great. I usually gauge a little bit more distance stopping wise than I would with snow tires, obviously. Snow tires are incredible and I will always recommend them. In fact, I normally run them on my 300 turbo diesel Mercedes, but this car rarely ever is driven in these types of conditions. It's more of a fair weather vehicle. But today I was like, you know what, we're gonna take the Volkswagen Beetle to the grocery store in minus 21 degree winter weather, just to prove how versatile these cars are. So this road is snow-packed, but there's a good amount of ice underneath. We're doing about 50 right now. Now these are rear engine, rear wheel drive, so that's a good indication of why they do so good in these type of conditions. But there's also a catch. There's a lot more momentum carried in the rear. So when you're coming around a corner, throttle steering is the best way to describe how to really control these in icy conditions. You have to use the throttle to almost steer the vehicle. If you were to let off the throttle abruptly, it'll want to pull the rear end out from underneath you, and you need to use the throttle to correct it back onto the direction that you want to go. So we're gonna make a left here. And I'm off the throttle. She wants to turn. Get in the throttle and turn. There we go. A little throttle inputs, not too much, not too little. Gets her straight right back onto course that you want to head towards. This is not all-wheel drive, this is rear-wheel drive. I would say the only negative aspect about driving one of these in this type of conditions is the heater absolutely sucks donkey nuts. It is terrible. I literally have both valves open and it's still not wanting to really put out the heat. So I would say that is about one of the main negatives I'd say about this vehicle. Is it is minus 21, but still, I'm not feeling any heat. My hands are cold, my legs are cold, but she's running, and she's running really good, so I can't really complain. and icy out. It's definitely a sheet of ice underneath all this snow, you can just tell. But you know what? You can really drive one of these in this type of conditions. I'm not saying that they actually do really good, but there's no ABS, there's no traction control, there's nothing. So the driver input dictates where and how this car drives and which direction you're wanting it to go in. There's some sneaky curbs up here. We just gotta watch. Don't know where they're hiding from. Ice over here, surprisingly. I'm just gonna enter right over here. Get some gas real quick. All right, let's do a temperature check, see if it has warmed up or gotten colder since we last left. Let's see what we got here. Nope, still -8. Feels like -21. Wind chill warning. Yeah, no kidding. You guys, really? Yeah, you wouldn't say. -8. All right, let's get some gas, and then we're gonna run to the grocery store real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got Nugget back here, right? Hey, what are you doing? How you doing? You staying warm back there? Maybe go to the park after all this? Yeah. Letter P is the magic word. That or ball. Ball. I said it, so I have to commit. I can't break my promises. Put new points cap, rotor, and spark plug wires on this guy. Got some gas. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's below zero. Even when you like breathe in the air and it like freezes your trachea and your lungs mid-breath, that's when you know it's pretty darn cold. Also, when the windshield just literally is just a sheet of ice, that could also be another reason why it could signify that it's cold out. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, it's all ice. God, this is the best heater in the world. I tell you what, those Germans, they got something right. There's a darn heater in these Volkswagen Beetles. Really couldn't surpass this type of quality, I tell you what. Oh, I'm just kidding. This is still a good car, just not the best heater. What you doing there, Nug? doing, Nug? Doing good? Wow. My hands are like froze. While we're waiting at this light, let's try to remove some of this ice so we can actually see where we're going. And this seems like my efforts are... Okay, so we have a decently big hill coming up here, and every year that we have either a pretty cold storm that hits or a heavy snowstorm that hits, there's always cars that get stuck on this hill. This car will go up this hill actually significantly well, and I'll show you here. I'm in 4th gear right now. Whatsoever. I have traction all the way up through, and once again, I do not have snow tires on this car. I literally have all seasons, and not even all seasons, they're like touring tires. I wouldn't even really call them all seasons. They're not really meant for cold weather, and this car does absolutely incredible in these types of conditions. I mean, now you can only imagine how much better it would do with actual snow tires, and even better than snow tires with actual chains or studs. I mean, just proves that these Volkswagens are really engineered to be an all-weather type of vehicle, and that's what I love about these. Except the heater, but that's okay. It made up for it in other areas. I still have a few more miles to get to the grocery store, so that's where I'm headed right now. This GoPro is literally freezing over as we're recording this. The battery has went from 75% to 13% in the few minutes that we've been doing this video. So I'm gonna lose you in this video capabilities regardless if I make it to the grocery store or not while filming. So I figured, well, that's some interesting conditions coming up here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys are in a much warmer place than Otto and I are right now. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time. All right, let's go party. Come on.